My topic tonight is a more sober one, of concern to publishers as well as editors. I want to talk about our common responsibilities in the face of a common danger. The events of recent weeks may have helped to illuminate that challenge for some, but the dimensions of its threat have loomed large on the horizon for many years. Whatever our hopes may be for the future, for reducing this threat or living with it, there is no escaping either the gravity or the totality of its challenge to our survival and to our security. A challenge that confronts us in unaccustomed ways in every sphere of human activity. This deadly challenge imposes upon our society two requirements of direct concern, both to the press and to the President. Two requirements that may seem almost contradictory in tone, but which must be reconciled and fulfilled if we are to meet this national peril. I refer first to the need for far greater public information, and second, to the need for far greater official secrecy. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
Would you like to read it to me?
No, I would not like to read to you.
I think you should.
You don't think.
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorns, or figs from thistles?
Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
Therefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
With regards to the plea deal, we're going to get to all of that. But what about that last point there by Conchita Sarnoff, who has been looking into this thing for a decade? Mark, I'll start with you. That kind of lost in the shuffle at this point is this conversation. And in the past, 10 some years ago, there were a lot of conversations about potential links between former President Clinton and Epstein. He put out a statement last night saying he took 4 trips with them. There was security, and he said there was nothing to it. But you say 27, and that's a different number, and it raises questions.
Yeah, add that to the list of my many concerns about the sweetheart deal that was given out. In the plea deal, it's one thing for Acosta to give immunity to Epstein. It's another thing to give immunity to yet unnamed co-conspirators across the board whose identity had not ever been determined. I've been practicing down here in South Florida for about 26 years.
About alchemical sexual alchemy. Do you know that the story of Jesus, how it's been altered in certain ways? I mean, yes, there was a guy, yes, there was teachings, all that stuff. The parallel between that and alchemical sex is that there's 33 vertebrae in your spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus.
Christ, yeah.
Okay. There is a substance or liquid or a substance that comes from your medulla, which is basically completely looks like the Ark of the Covenant, has angels' wings around it, the whole thing. So this substance comes from your medulla, makes the trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is
Quick, get a dictionary.
Christ coming down into human form.
Yeah.
And if you don't squander that essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to heaven, which is your thing. It's also the story of Santa Claus. Why he comes down the chimney is because this juice or this whatever substance actually passes what's called the claustrum, which is where they got Santa Claus.
The Jesuits and black nobility, with black nobility being the most powerful. The black nobility is a network of extremely powerful families that date back as far as ancient Egypt or even earlier. They use any tactic necessary, including murder, fraud, genocide, terrorism, etc., to protect their wealth and keep the common man under financial slavery. As the centuries passed and the 1700s came around, the black nobility set up strategic alliances with the Illuminati and the Freemasons. It was an unholy trinity that would use the Earth's population at their disposal to protect their interests. The black nobility were students of the Greek philosopher Aristotle, who believed that slavery was a necessary institution. Because some are born to rule and others to be ruled.
Grandpa, are you okay?
No! I'm done. I'm done with this. I've had enough of this game.
Come on.
No, this thing isn't for me. I'm done. I'm tired, and I'm over this.
Stop. I have something I want to give you. Here. A health package.
Hey. Whatever's going on with you, with your parents, I just want you to know that there's someone here who thinks you are the greatest person in the whole world. You know, someone who loves you, and someone who's gonna be here for you whenever you need me.